does not lie. And sorry, that is probably the most racist character in the show. I did not draw him. I just did his voice. He is very smart, and I've always begged the game companies to make Mr. Popo a playable character. Because he'd be a dope-ass character to play, seriously. Because Mr. Popo basically trained the two kids, Goten and Trunks, right? When they were trying to do the fusion. Anyway. So I guess I will open this up to questions. Is there a microphone floating around out there? Or are you guys just gonna scream something out at me that I won't understand? Because even when you're standing next to me in this town, I barely understand what you're saying. We need a microphone out there. Oh, is there one? I think so. Someone's walking around out there.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Wait, where's the sound coming from? Oh, there you go. Who has a question out there? Does anyone have a question for me? Dragon Ball related? Oh, this person does. Oh, never mind. You're next. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I told him to save this question for the
Oh, well, you sort of answered it when you did it. You go deeper. So.
I go deeper.
Yeah.
But you found another question,
Oh,
right?
I had a couple.
Okay, good.
When you were going to do Vegeta, was it because he's royalty, you went for a slightly thespian kind of, he pronounces his words really properly?
Yes, he does. He has very good diction and a little bit of formality to his voice. Yeah, we thought since he was royal, and it was royal Saiyan blood, that he might have kind of a royal sounding, almost Britishy type, just a taste of British accent, but without any of the bitterness, actually with all of the bitterness.
And why isn't he the king of all Saiyans now that he's dead? How come he never claimed that?
Because he never had a coronation ball.
Okay, cool. Well, cool. Maybe I'll ask another question later if anybody knows.
Well, I've always thought it'd be funny, like if he, let's say hypothetically, he did become like King Vegeta, right? And so they've got this power to wish back universes and wish back planets and stuff. I thought it'd be really funny if one day they did wish back planet Vegeta. But then Vegeta has to stand in front of them and explain to them how things are now, because a lot has happened. He'd be like, excuse me, fellow Saiyans, pardon me, I have a couple announcements. As you can tell, you've all been brought back to life, which is great. But I just want to run a couple things past you. You see, we're not mean anymore. We all take families and we have children. No, we don't eat our enemies anymore. No, you in the back, stop eating that person. We don't eat anyone. We don't conquer planets. We just stay home with our wives and children. I know that it's going to be very difficult for many of you, but that's how it goes down. Are there other questions?
Yes, there are. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yes, Todoroki.
This is a question, just in regards to voice acting in general. So a lot of people, when they hear dub the anime, they tend to shy away from it, mostly because they prefer sub, right? My question is, when you've translated the Japanese and you have to now bring that cultural essence and all that into English, what is your thought process or your process to get the voice to properly, essentially be?
There's a lot of things that go into the dubbing process, actually. Because first the translation comes in from Japan, and that translation goes to writers who work for Funimation. And those writers take the translation and they try and fit it to the mouth movements. Because if it didn't, it would just look like the old Speed Racer cartoons where nothing actually fit into the mouth. And so the writer's responsibility is to try and make it sound good in English. And my philosophy on dubbing is that I feel like the dub should bring something to the show that the subtitle doesn't have. And one of the things that we can bring to it is the ability for you to watch the show and not have to read at the same time, which is kind of nice sometimes, especially when you want to be doing other things. Like, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes like I'm watching a show and I'm gonna want to check my email at the same time. It's very nice to be able to still follow what's going on in the show. Another thing, I like to bring there's certain funny moments that happen that only those of us who work on the show or know the show kind of understand. But occasionally we will change a line or two in the dub to make it more fun. For instance, there's this moment where Bulma is trying to get Vegeta to come to her birthday party, right? And in the Japanese, like the raw translation, it's like, you should come to the birthday party. He says, I don't want to come to a stupid birthday party. But we changed it to like, she's like, come on, Vegeta, come on, get over here to the birthday party. It's like, what, so we can hang out with Yamcha? Because there's something about the fact that Yamcha still hangs out with Bulma even after they haven't dated for so long that makes me so incredibly happy. Because how angry would that make you if like your wife or like girlfriend or whatever just still has her ex-boyfriend living in the house with you? But then later, I don't know if you guys have noticed in Dragon Ball Super, Yamcha has an apartment. And like next time you're watching the show, I always pay close attention to Yamcha's apartment. It's like literally the most boring thing in the world. He has like nothing in it except a single bed that he sleeps in with his cat. And he has one table that only has one chair at it, so he's never gonna have someone come visit him. Usually has one flower and then a picture that changes over his bed. That's all he has.
Also, I follow you on Twitter, of course. And I saw that you posted this scene of you screaming. And you said you fancied that scene. How long did it take you to scream to shoot that scene?
To do a lot of screaming scenes? I mean, usually as long as the scream lasts, because my philosophy on telling people to scream on Dragon Ball, and there's a lot of it, is usually you have to scream so loud that you're going to break our microphones, or else it's not good enough. So most of the actors that work with me will know that you have to do the loudest, most intense, insane scream that you can do, or else it won't be good enough for Dragon Ball. And so I tell actors when they come in, I'm like, there's two ways we can do this. You can either scream and it's not good enough, and I'm gonna make you do it twice, or you can scream really loud and hurt yourself, and then it's correct, and you only have to do it once. So that's kind of what we do. Like, it's gonna suck for you to do it twice, so just get it right the first time. So people who work on Dragon Ball, we scream. I mean, that's the thing about Dragon Ball that we like about it. Like, that's the one thing Dragon Ball has over any other show, is that there's more screaming in it than anything. And it's gotta be loud, and it's gotta be intense, and it's gonna break your brain. So, are there more questions out there? Yes. This is the question row right here. If you have a question, you have to be sitting in the question row, apparently.
Alright. As a voice actor, I'm wondering what is the process you do when you get a character, and you're wondering what type of personality does this person have or the pitch that they should have for the actual show? How do you pick that change?
How do you
Especially
make-
when you have a lot of voices in the same show. How do you identify different features?
I think that's like a special skill that voice actors kind of have, that we like to be able to look at a character and say, that's what that thing sounds like. Like, it's sort of this native, like it's like, kind of how an artist might decide that's how they want to draw a cartoon. You just have to have kind of a creativity. But I'll look at things like, you know, what size is the character? What is his face shape? Does he have his tongue hanging out? Like, is he a smart character? Is he like, does his face all crunched out? We try and do different things to decide what sort of characters to play. Now in anime, we're lucky because we also has the Japanese version. But in most cases, when I come in to record most shows, you'll be cast on the show and you won't know anything at all about the character. The director is just like, all right, hey, this is your session right now. You're playing an old man who is missing like an eye, and he's really in a lot of pain or something, and that's what you're doing right now. And so you just have to kind of snap into it and just go. But for me, like the difference between like a lot of the difference between a lot of the characters that I play have to do with where I place it in my throat. Like Piccolo's the deepest, and you put almost no scratch in your voice at all, like as deep as you can go. And then Yamcha's like basically the same thing, except Yamcha's just like as high my voice can go with no scratches. And then if you tweak it a little bit, add some scratch to it, then it becomes Vegeta's voice. It's like it's all just different places in your voice, and once you use it long enough, you kind of get used to those things.
Brilliant.
Me.
Remember Bruce Falconer?
Bruce Faulkner, yes.
Would he be coming back to make more compositions for Dragon Ball?
To my knowledge, no. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Bruce Faulkner did a lot of music for the Dragon Ball series, but he stopped once we took on Kai. And I think things are different now. The music is way different. Because back in the earliest days when we were working on Dragon Ball Z, the soundtrack for Dragon Ball Z in Japanese was, when we got the materials, it sounded pretty bad because we got really bad materials. So when we got the soundtrack in, it just sounded like... It sounded really, really bad, so like, we can't use this. So we found a composer, Bruce did a great job on the Dragon Ball Z series, and we just haven't used it since then, because now the soundtracks are coming in with way better music on them.
Another question.
Sure.
What's your take on the portrayal of Vegeta in Team Four Star's average series?
Those guys are hysterical. How many of you guys have heard of Team 4 Star?
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people come up to me and ask me to do quotes from Team 4 Star. It's just, I am the hype! And those guys live in Dallas. They're friends of mine. I really like them. They're really good people. They're hysterically funny. And the first time I saw Team 4 Star, my jaw dropped. I'm like, well, those guys sound very much like us. And then I was like, that's really freaking funny. The first time I heard Piccolo yelling, "Climb down!" was one of my favorite moments. And then it's only gotten funnier since then.
I have one request.
Please.
You remember All Might?
What?
All Might.
All Might, yes, I've heard of him.
Can you quote what he said to Deku at the sunset? The very last words.
Eat my hair! Hey there, people that's making this. Listen this!
You too can be a hero.
You too can be a hero. You're welcome. Yeah, see, there's two parts of All Might's voice. So I was going to talk about My Hero Academia in our next panel, but that's okay, I can talk about it. Like, All Might has the kind of big, buffed up, huge voice that sounds like this, and then it's like deflated form, which just kind of sounds like me, which is good. Which is kind of what I liked, so I don't have to do anything too crazy anymore. Because that show has, like, My Hero Academia has so many great moments in it that are great, like, acting moments I absolutely love to do. We'll talk about that more this afternoon, probably like in 2 hours or something like that. I think my next panel is like, I don't know when my next panel is, like 4:30, no, 4, okay. This row knows everything, so if you want to know anything at all, hey, you had a question right there. She has a question. She like stood up in her chair. Oh my gosh, your voice is so high. I was not expecting that.
So earlier in the panel, you said that you directed in some other series, and I was hoping to be director myself in the future, and I was just hoping for some tips.
Well, my tip is to get into acting first. Because a lot of the best directors I know have also come from an acting background. So I don't know what's available here in Trinidad. Probably not a whole lot, but there have to be people that are making movies or making things here. So I'm sure there's got to be some sort of community of people who are making films or television, or even if it's YouTube shows. Like, the thing that's important now to remember is that we have something called the internet, and people like Team 4 Star are a good example of people who are just taking something and creating something themselves. And a lot of people have been following that method. When I first started, there was no internet, really. It was barely there. If you want, it was sort of there. If you wanted to download a photograph of some sort, you could wait all night for it to download. Like you'd have to start it in the 5 o'clock one day, and then by 10 o'clock the next morning, that photo would be kind of like the internet access you have here at your hotels. And I'm sorry, I was joking. I'm joking. It's all hotels across the no hotel has good internet access. But yeah, my advice to you, and I mean to anyone who I met somebody earlier who wanted to be a voice actor. How many people want to be voice actors in here? Yeah, that's awesome. Now, voice acting is something you can probably do remotely. As someone was pointing out to me earlier, there are apparently recording studios out here. A lot of it's for music, but it's possible. So, get online, look at online resources like voices.com and stuff like that. You might find that there's some clients out there that are looking for some sort of Caribbean accent or something. You might be just the right choice. So, kind of keep researching, keep looking. What sort of directing were you wanting to do? Like anime, like voice directing or film directing? Oh, mostly anime? Like directing the actual animation? That would be pretty cool. Now that I can help you with because I can't draw anything. You'd have to move to Japan to get those answers. That was a good question. Are there any other questions? Yes, right behind you. Just pass it on over.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
I wanted to know when will the new Dragon Ball series start?
Starts tomorrow, actually. I don't know if you guys are, I'm kidding. They have not, I'm sorry. Someone's gonna just take that clip and just like take it out of context. I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble on the internet. They have not told us if and when there's ever gonna be any more Dragon Ball. I'm hoping there will be because there's more manga, and why wouldn't they turn it into any more series? I would think that it would come back, but they don't tell me anything. The Japanese are very secretive, and they have ninjas and stuff that like follow me around to make sure that I don't know anything. But would any of you guys want to see any more Dragon Ball Super? Like, yes. Gosh, this is the best thing ever. I'll just call Japan real quick once I get off the panel and tell them that you guys want it, so I'm sure that'll speed them up a little bit.
1.3 million.
Are there any other questions? Because I think this section's almost over. You back there. I don't know, we're gonna have to somehow get the mic over there.
Hi.
Hey.
I wanted to know when, you remember Brothers, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to know when will we be expected to find between him and Legal.
That would be an epic thing to see. I'm hoping to see that, I don't know, maybe episode 4,750 is my guess. I don't know, you guys know One Piece, right? There's like so many episodes of One Piece. Like, so I'd say it's somewhere in the 4,000s or 6,000s episode or something like that. That's my guess.
One question.
Sure.
I actually been creating an anime, and I wanted to know what in particular, what makes people want to watch it. Like what characteristics the main character
Depends on
has
this country.
in order to make it great.
Well, if it's like any other show, the main character has to be kind of stupid. Just a little bit stupid, but strangely powerful for some reason. Or you just have to be crazy smart with no powers and then hope that somebody gives it to you. Let's see, in Japan anime, the character has to be able to eat a whole lot of food because apparently that's very sexy. You have to be able to make up attack names, like Zoro, which he seems to just make up on the spot. Like 3 wind style, epic fox, wind double damage sword attack. What? Yeah, I don't know. The shows I've worked on have been really special. And I think the thing that makes shows really good are shows that people can really kind of relate to. The concept of becoming stronger, becoming the best thing you can possibly be, the concept of training really hard, the concept of like really, really wanting to help people, that I think that really resonates with people a lot. I look forward to seeing your anime someday. Bring it by. I would like to take a look at it.
Yeah, no, definitely be one of the protagonists, for sure.
Excellent. I can't wait to voice it. Take care. Thank you. Good question. Oh, look, there's a whole line of questions. Here we go.
Hi. I'd like to ask a question about how do you feel about the voice actor as Captain Yami from Black Clover?
Captain Yami in Black Clover. He's one of my favorite characters to voice right now because he's so funny. He just kind of walks in, he's like, I want you guys to pass your limits and then take a dump. And then go beyond your limits and then don't bother me while I'm taking a crap. Impressive. Yes.
How do you feel when he was in the dungeon and he was fighting Vettel and he surpassed his limit?
Of course.
What was your experience with that?
Oh, it's like such a great scene, honestly. I like the fact that he does a lot of like martial arts that don't require